tripod isn't holding that up properly. Take some vitamin C and I just crushed it up there with a spoon. Pour that into my jug. I know that's off camera, but you couldn't see it. But that's okay, because I'm telling you what I'm doing. And then I'll show you afterwards. Okay, so I just poured that vitamin C in there, and yeah, you can kind of see it floating around the top. Another thing you're going to want to do here is give it a little shot of lemon juice. Yeah, I kind of got messy with that and splashed it. Anyway, what this is going to do is keep your apples from browning up. Now you take your lid and make sure it's secure. You can put a finger on it. And shake that up real good. Now what I'll normally do is after I make this concoction, I'll let this sit overnight so that vitamin C starts to dissolve. And then this will be the perfect baste, if you will, for drying your apples. I'll be right back with you in a flash. Back with you. This is a real simple part of it. Basically, you just slice your apples up. Of course, you want to get all the seeds and the bad parts out. You don't ever want to put anything in there that you wouldn't normally eat. This is going to be part of your food storage, so you want to make sure that it is good. And I like to slice them thin. They dry a little bit quicker and gives you a little bit more product. But I've got, I think right now, about 100 pounds of dried apples in my food storage. And these make an excellent, just an amazing source of fruit that, you know, if times get hard or we have some kind of emergency, you've got stuff built up that you can count on that will last. And the other part of this, of course, once they're dried, is going to be sealing them properly. And you want to have a good seal-a-meal. Everybody is familiar with the little countertop models, the food savers. Those are okay, but when you're doing a lot of sealing, those will absolutely heat up on you and shut down, and you will be sitting with something that isn't going to do you much good. I invested in a Weston, yes, the Weston. It's a stainless model, of course, everything in here is stainless. But that is an amazing tool, and even that being a professional model, that will heat up as well. So I actually go back and forth between the both of them. The Food Saver is actually great for cutting the rolled bags. When you invest in a professional model, they will tell you that you have to use their bags and yada yada blah blah. No, not true. Not true at all. You can use the cheaper bags, but whatever bags you do use, like with anything, you are going to have to double seal them. And you know, I've got my dishwasher running here in the background. I hope it's not overpowering me. Anyway, now the thing I didn't show you is taking your trays right away, and the liquid concoction that we just made with the vitamin C, lemon juice, and water. What you're going to want to do is basically pour enough in here to at least cover the one side of the apples. Okay? And you very simply just lay them in there. You know, and I actually left that one a little bit thick. I'm going to do the unthinkable and pop it back out and chop her down without slicing my fingers off here. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. And then I kick my timer on. In about 5 minutes I'll flip those. In the meantime, I will get working on another apple, which should take me just about up to the time that those are ready to be flipped. Now, I'm not one of those guys who does this speed chopping stuff with a knife. I play a bunch of instruments, so I'm a lot more careful with my fingers. It does matter to me if I get cut. And I just take it easy. So anyway, cut these down like so. And you know, you can cut them pretty much any way you want, but the thinner the slices, the quicker they're going to dry for you. And I won't spend a whole lot of time on this because everybody knows how to cut apples. So you just simply, like so, and I'll bring you back here in the next stage. Okay, at the 5-minute mark, you just simply go through and flip these. And guys, I say this to the guys because I know the ladies know better, wash your hands before you touch any part of your food. You don't want to contaminate this because this isn't going to be sterilized in any way, even by the heat. Okay, and then I always carry a little chef's towel with me. I have a whole stack of these. I wash them in bleach so I'm not constantly grabbing stuff and touching it. Make sure you wash your hands before absolutely every stage and always before you touch anything. And keep your clean towel here flipped over your shoulder. And yeah, wear a clean shirt, guys. Come on. Okay, so that was very simple. You flip them over, you let those sit for another 5 minutes, and then I will show you how to coat these in different ways. Okay, back with you here. A couple trays out of the food dehydrator. These are actually still a little bit stained from tomatoes, even though I run them through the dishwasher. Tomatoes will do that. Very simply, you take your slices, place them around the tray. Actually, I still have one there. It's a little bit thick, but nah, that's alright. That one will just sit a little bit longer, drying. And these are going to be awesome when you get done with them. Alright, there's number one. Should be able to fit all of these on there. Actually, you know, a couple of these are a little bit too thick. I'm going to pop those back out and I'll catch them on the next tray. I'm going to have to slice those down a little bit. Okay, so you've got your apple slices placed. Now, I do a few different things. I go out and I get these little containers, and you can use anything you want. And this is actually cherry jello. And you can use cinnamon or lime or whatever your favorite flavor is. And then you simply, and I normally do this over the sink, but because of where my camera placement is and not having a cameraman, you just simply give these a nice little coat. Like so. And you don't have to do both sides. Just make sure you give them a nice even coat. And the reason why I do this over the sink is because you have all that mess over there. And I usually stack them on another tray. Then you simply pop those into your food dehydrator, which you can't see because it's all the way over here. Flip it on. You're ready for the next rack. It's that simple. That's a very easy process to make sure that you have a very good supply of fruit in your food storage. So I will be back with you at the next stage. I'll show you how to take these out and properly seal them and get them into your food storage so that you have something that's almost indefinite as far as how long it's going to last in your food storage. Alright, this is the Metal Chef Rocker, baby. I'll be back with you. Okay, back with you here real quick. Just got another section done here, and I'm going to use my cherry jello on these. And it's a real simple process. You know, when I did the picture thing, it was fine, but you don't really see how easy this is to do and how quick it is. You can knock down 20 apples in an hour, have them on your dehydrators, and that gives you a great supply of fruit for your food storage. And it's really quick. The apples don't lose their nutrient value or vitamins, anything. And this just kind of throws a little bit of flavor at it. And you don't have to do this. You can leave them plain if you want. I just like some variety in mine, so I use actually a bunch of different flavors of jello or cinnamon that I like. And you don't need cinnamon sugar, just the cinnamon. The apples are sweet enough on your own. So always start off with the best product that you can, and then you'll have a great product in your food storage whenever you need it. Back with you in a flash. Okay, here's a food dehydrator. And basically these are just a little Oster models. Got these at Walmart for 40 bucks. And basically they have 4 trays. I only have 2 of them in here now because I'm going to do some other things. But there's the cinnamon that I just started, and of course the cherry jello. And these will take about 24 hours depending on how long or how thick you cut them, I should say. But again, it's a dynamite resource for you, and this stuff will just last forever if you properly seal it. Okay, very quickly, this is my Weston food sealer. It is actually stainless, but you know, I'm kind of goofy in the way that I didn't peel off my tape yet, so it looks white. Anyway, here's the Food Saver model, and this is nice for cutting the rolls. And I actually use the Food Saver rolls because they are more economical than buying a big bag for the Weston. And I noticed that the Weston Food Saver bags are a lot thinner. They don't last as long, but regardless of which model you use, and I do recommend you have a couple of them because these things heat up on you when you're doing a lot of sealing. I just did 100 pounds of beans and 75 pounds of rice, and if I didn't have both of these units running, I never would have got through it because they would have heated up and they won't seal. And then you end up wasting bags. So anyway, this one's nice, but not professional enough. The Weston is definitely the way to go. You will be thrilled with this model, and it seals a lot tighter. Either way, you're going to have to double seal all of your bags. You always want to do that. That's that extra layer of protection because this is your food storage. You need to take care of it. Okay, here are the trays of the apples. There's orange, cinnamon, lemon, and that's cherry. So I'll really quickly, and you know, you can all operate a seal a meal. This isn't a big deal, but I'll show you how I do it anyway, just to make this video complete. Okay, I'm going to fire up this little machine here and get this rolling. Very simple process. Basically, you want to label your outside bag. I always double bag everything because I don't trust the seals. I don't care how good the machine is, sometimes the seals on the bag breaks. Oh geez, and today's date is the 8th. It's very simple. You can see that. So, I've already had my first bag made, which I probably should go ahead and seal one side of this one too. Very simple process. Okay, so I'll start here with my cinnamon. I probably have the most of those. Okay, so got all my cinnamons loaded up in here. And this one's a little bit easier to get. These bags are a little bit, you know, almost too full. And those will crunch up somewhat, but you know, that's okay. And then my secondary bag I have marked. And again, I just don't trust the seals on the single bag because sometimes you get some sharp edges in here, and especially if you're doing stuff like nuts or coffee beans, and it'll break right through that first bag. So depending on what you're sealing, you know, you might even want to go with 3 if it's really something important. See if I can get this one in here. This one may be too small. Good grief. Alright, well, we'll see if that'll grab her and hold. Okay, boom baby, there you have it. Alright, so it's real simple to dry apples for your food storage. Now, one thing that I will tell you is when you are done with the dehydration part, turn the machines off, take the racks off if you have another place to set them, and let them cool for a while. The last thing you want to do is seal something that's warm, because then you're going to get condensation and it's going to mold on you. So you want to be careful with that. But other than that, again, it's a simple process. Coat these any way you want. I do want to mention though that I did use sugar-free Jell-O. I don't like sugar. I don't use that usually in anything that I do unless it's absolutely positively necessary. Although sugar is a big part of my food storage. I have some in case I need it. Ton of salt. It's really important. and any of the other spices and things that you use on a regular basis, get a big stock of it and throw it in there, because it's really important to have that stuff on hand if it becomes unavailable. So there you have it. Sealing apples, very simple. Good way to keep fruit around pretty much forever. So until the next time, this is the Metal Chef Rocker.